Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on this grand Saturday. Welcome to Ludwig van Beethoven's 250th and a half birthday and party. We are going to celebrate his birthday with a party and a performance. And so on behalf of Art Spirits Summerland Studio and the Penticton Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts, I welcome you to this party and performance. We're going to share our music with one another, and then there'll be some games to follow, like snack and games. If you have a snack, save it for snack time. If you have any crafts or cutting out kind of activities to do, because I sent to students anyway, if you have that and you want to cut, you can do that. Don't do it while you're supposed to be performing is all, but for some people it helps to hear if you're doing something with your hands. Just no turning and asking your mom, where did you put the burnt umber crayon? No talking, just listening and enjoying the crafts that you got there. Here's what I want to ask you to do right now. Everybody, if you don't have a musical instrument, and I mean the audience too, if you don't have a musical instrument, I want you to take 1 minute and I want you to go find something. Maybe you can play the piano and you can just get beside your daughter or your son. Maybe you play an instrument and you're going to think, okay, I'm going to be ready for that. Maybe you play chopsticks. I mean, actual chopsticks. Maybe you play spoons. Maybe you play your keys. You have to have something for the end of this performance. I'm going to give you 90 seconds to go get that now. No, playing the dog does not count. As we begin, I'm just going to grab some links right now, and I'm just going to put in the chat. I'm feeling very grateful for the opportunity yesterday to have been able to get my vaccination for COVID, and at the same time, I know people in India are struggling terribly with this COVID surge. So I hoped that this might be an opportunity for us to know how privileged we are. And I've provided 3 different links if you feel moved to contribute to assist with our dear friends in India. One is the Red Cross doing on the ground work. The other is Salam Balak Trust, which is just this really cool group of people who have like 700 children who are street children who they assist with schooling and homes. And we took a tour. They do tours in Delhi, the street tours, to see what life on the street is like for real people. And then there's the CMC hospital, the Christian Medical College Hospital, and that's our hospital is the one that we're connected to. People is like the best hospitals pretty much in the country. So if you hit those one of those links, it'll no. Sorry about that. So with that said, and with that there, I'm going to invite you to video mute yourself now, except if you are a member of the Riptide ukulele group. That group is going to perform for us what may sound like something completely impossible, but it is a mission that is not impossible. So number 1, Isaac. cool. Now, many of us who are on Zoom all the time know that the reason they are not playing in sync is two reasons. One is they're playing with the track, and the other, so they're pretending, but they're the ones who recorded it. But also because we are all across the country, and so what they hear is at a different time as what everybody else hears. So they were really performing it, and they really performed it on the track. And it's going to be the same with other recorded performances. All right, Riptide, stay with us because I'm going to ask Boardwalk to join you, and I'm going to ask you to perform a beautiful, beautiful piece that's called Adagio Cantabile by Beethoven, who did not write Mission Impossible. And it's from the Piano Sonata Symphonie Pathétique. So Aubrey and Bryn, you're probably, and Charlotte, you're not in this group. And Ethan's not in this group either. So bye, Catherine. Oh no, Catherine, you're here. You are playing. Yeah, cool. Good. And there's Naomi as well. Anybody else dare to admit they're from the Boardwalk adult group? All right, Isaac, take us into number 2.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, wow. Wow. I haven't heard my piece quite like that. Bravo to you all. Bravo. You must know the prince. You must know. Are you, I'm sorry. Are you saying something?
You've joined our Beethoven birthday party. Actually, I think you might be in the wrong place.
Oh, forgive me. Forgive me. My hearing aid. It's not in. It's not in.
You couldn't hear me.
Oh, you see, I went deaf. I have to wear the hearing aids now. I can hear you now.
Who are you?
I'm Beethoven, of course. Ludwig.
Like Ludwig van Beethoven?
I don't know if there's many more of us.
Well, how could you possibly be?
I suppose your guess is as good as mine. I am here, though.
Prove that. Okay. When were you born?
Oh, that is a fantastic question. I was born in 1770, but I was baptized. Oh.
Where were you born?
I was born in Bonn, Germany, of course.
Oh. What did you do for a living?
Oh, my goodness, a trick question. I knew it was going to be tricky. I was a performer first and foremost, though I'm afraid I think you might know me most as a composer these days.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, where did you die?
I died in Heiligenstadt outside of Vienna in 1827.
Yeah. You know, I suspect you might actually be the one and true real Ludwig van Beethoven.
Well, I wouldn't lie to you. I would not lie.
Well, this is really a privilege for us to have you. Everybody, I guess you can video unmute. I mean, video mute. And no, I mean mute, so that we can really see our guest. You sure wrote the most beautiful music. Okay, bye, Charlotte. Bye, Ethan. Bye, B. Bye, Catherine. You just wrote the most beautiful, amazing music, and we get to have you here in our party. S- Um, s- like we've that was one of the pieces that you wrote, but you wrote other music, didn't you?
Oh, you can bet I wrote other music. You know, one of my favorites, I wonder if you know it, it's my Fifth Symphony. I, I don't know if
Beethoven's
that
Fifth
rings.
Symphony?
Uh, I
You
like to
better
call it
believe
as
it.
I like to call it my Fifth Symphony, but Beethoven's Fifth will work.
Yes, we know it. In fact, a few of us can play it. For example, Bryn, why don't you play it for us?
Hello, my name is Bryn and I'm going to be playing Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
Thank you so much, Bryn.
Oh, there they are.
Mr. Beethoven, what were you thinking about when you wrote that one?
Oh, that is a winner, isn't it? I tell ya, some people they like to attribute all these hoity-toity ideas. I was really just attracted to this short, 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 long. And as you can hear, I liked it a lot. I put it in almost every measure of that symphony.
All the way through, we really heard that. Charlotte can play it too.
Oh, fantastic.
My name is Charlotte and I'm going to be playing Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
Go for it. Thank you, Charlotte. Could see her counting with her whole body. I love that. Thank you. Mr. Beethoven, what I often when I hear this song, it feels to me like it I always say it sounds like an argument.
Oh, that's a great observation. Speaking of arguments, you should have heard the first time we played it in Vienna. I gotta say, Miss Good, your students are much better prepared than my orchestra was. This is really top-notch stuff.
They are well prepared, but what do you mean by that?
Oh, it was a disaster. I mean, it was a 4-hour program. We had to stop in the middle, start again. It was
They
a lot.
they hadn't rehearsed enough.
They hadn't rehearsed enough. The heat wasn't on in the theater. People were cold and tired and hungry, and it was a bit of a flop.
Wow. Well, that doesn't happen here.
I can
Dalton's
see
going to
that.
play. Dalton's going to play for us. You must have been so frustrated. Dalton's going to play the same piece for us.
I'm Dalton, and I'm also going to be playing Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
Thank you. Dalton was my ukulele student, and then he switched to piano not very long ago. Beautifully done. Thank you.
You know, it was while I was writing this piece that I started to realize I really couldn't hear well. And in fact, it wasn't even so much that I was losing my hearing. It was also the ringing, the intense ringing. It really impacted my ability to be a pianist. That
So
was tough.
you were
That was
starting
tough.
to lose your hearing. Did you lose it completely?
I didn't lose it completely. I could still hear very loud and very low rumbly sounds, but towards the end it was pretty much gone.
But you said that you were a pianist, a piano performer. Were you able to keep on doing that?
I was not. No, in fact, it's I moved out of Vienna and became a composer full time. I wrote music instead of performing it.
That sounds like well, we're lucky that you began to compose more than to perform. That's for sure. That's a happy thing, but it feels like a real mix of really sad and really
Oh,
happy.
a very bittersweet thing, wanting to perform but not being able to. Uh,
I
just
understand.
just relying on other people to play the music, I guess.
Wow. So, sometimes music is that mix of beautiful and sad at the same time. Sometimes that's the most beautiful music. That makes me think of your Moonlight Sonata, the quasi fantasia, the Moonlight Sonata. We have two students who play that one so beautifully, and maybe Thomas, maybe you could be the one to play it first.
Hello everyone, I'm Thomas and today I'm going to be playing Moonlight Sonata.
It's such a beautiful flow, isn't it? Thank you for that, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas. That was great. That was really great.
Mr. Beethoven, did you ever get married and have children?
Sadly, no. That is, speaking of sadness, is one of the big regrets in my life. I didn't have a very happy childhood, and I regret not being able to settle down, have a family of my own, maybe provide a better childhood for my own children. But alas, it was not in the cards.
Nicola also plays the Moonlight Sonata. I think you're going to like this one too.
Hi, I'm Nicola, and I'm also gonna play Moonlight Sonata.
You composed a lot of music in your lifetime.
Oh, you can say that again. It was 772 pieces. I was going for 800, but, didn't quite make it. Still a big amount. I wrote all kinds of things. We wrote 32 piano sonatas, two of which we've heard here. 16 string quartets.
And a string
Nine.
quartet, a
Oh,
quartet, that means like four people playing
yeah,
together, playing string, like violin, viola, cello, double.
exactly. A string quartet is four string players all playing together. And of course, I wrote 9 symphonies, the fifth of which we've already heard.
And a symphony, now that's a big thing, isn't it? Like not just the little bit that we heard, but more, and it has the whole orchestra in it and more
Oh
than one
yeah.
piece in it.
Oh yeah. You can imagine the orchestra. The symphony really is the way to showcase an orchestra, a group of all different members of different instrument families, brass and woodwind and strings, all playing together to really, and of course, in my opinion, bigger is always better.
Well, we're we get to have another one of your pieces, and maybe it's the absolute most famous piece that you wrote. I don't know if it's your favorite, but it's the one that people really know. It's called Ode to Joy, and Leo can play it on ukulele. Can you play ukulele, Mr. Beethoven?
Um, Sadly, I think I'm actually not too sure how to pronounce it. The ukulele.
Yeah.
It wasn't in Europe at the time. Hadn't gotten over to the Pacific,
Well,
but
you might have the chance to learn it now that
but
you got some spare time.
I'm feeling inspired.
Hello, I am Leo, and I play the ukulele and the piano. Here's Ode to Joy.
Woo, Leo! This is such a famous piece that, of course, we have a few who play it. Is it fair for me to say, Leyland? Is it fair for me to share that you were so frustrated learning this song that you wrote on the back of it, "Ode to Joy sucks," and then you kept on working at it and working at it and working at it until you loved it? Oh, oops! I guess I shouldn't have said that. Yep. And so let's have you play Ode to Joy for us.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Hello, my name is Aubrey, and I'm going to be playing Ode to Joy.
Well, Um, those are our Beethoven songs, and wow, it's amazing that you've come and you get to be here. What a thrill for us! Thank you for coming. You know, the music that you wrote, it it's affected the whole world.
You know, I gotta tell you, though my life wasn't the happiest of lives, um, the afterlife has treated me very, very well. Popping into recitals, it's one of my favorite pastimes, to be honest with you. You get to see all this, see and hear all this lovely music. Really, thank you for putting this on. Had I not gotten your invitation, I wouldn't have known. But it was smart of you to put that out there.
I didn't invite you. You popped in. Maybe you just heard there's going to be a Beethoven birthday party. I have to go to it.
Oh, it's just like Beetlejuice. That's where that myth comes from. You said Beethoven 3 times.
Oh, I see.
I have
I
to
said
show
it a
up.
lot of times. It's so cool to us that you wrote music that was like bigger is better, you said. You were there was lots of music that's very sad and very beautiful, but there's also Ode to Joy, and there's also just all the music that music does something really it does something for the world, doesn't it?
Oh, it absolutely does. I mean, the Ode to Joy, um, joy is the magic that binds us in brotherhood, is the poem. And I think music really, really has that power as well, doesn't it? We all come together to perform, to witness performances. It's a very special thing.
It can really bring us together, and it can change the world. Music can be part of changing the world, can it?
I think so.
Wow. Well, we have. Oh, it just occurred to me. Would you like to play something for us?
It would be a pleasure.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a new hobby that I've been working on for the past while. It's taken a while because once you're dead, practicing can be a bit of a slog. Remember that, kids? Practice while you're here. My eyesight's failing. I need my glasses on. There we go. Check this out. Take that, Giovanni Punto. I'm the horn player now. Ha ha! I'm gonna play the horn solo that I wrote for him. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. It's too much. It's too much.
Wow. Did you tell us what the name of that piece was?
Oh, that would be my horn sonata.
Of course.
I wrote it for my dear friend Giovanni Punto, one of the best horn players of the day. Unfortunately, that was a bit of a mistake. He was too good. No one else could play it.
Oh, I
Yep.
bet he was almost as good as our own Sam McNally.
Oh, who is this?
Oh, he's famous and fabulous. Would you like to stay and to hear a little bit more? We have just a few more pieces that we're going to play. These are pieces that have been written since after you died. Do you want to
Oh,
hear them?
it would be a sincere pleasure.
Well, let's have Ian is going to play. Well, I'll let Ian, you tell us what you're going to play.
I'm going to play Tchaikovsky's theme.
Thanks for that, Ian. That was beautiful. Now, Zachary is going to play something quite different for us.
So, my name is Zachary, and today I'm going to show a music video I made by combining animations that other people have made, along with a cover I made of a song called Triage at Dawn. The song Triage at Dawn was composed by Kelly Bailey and covered by a guy named DJ Dane. Triage at Dawn is a song from a video game called Half-Life 2. And a little backstory for the game is that in Half-Life 2, Earth was invaded by spooky aliens, and the aliens conquered the planet in 7 hours, which is not good. The Combine, which is what they're called, didn't really care for the Earth's beauty or the people, which makes them kind of rude. But in this music video, you'll get to see how much the world of Half-Life 2 has changed since the rude aliens took over.
Good. Full screen. That was really good. Thank you for sharing that. It's just so many ways of using music. It's so cool. Evan's going to play a song for us that was written more recently than Beethoven's music and more recently than Tchaikovsky, but not more recently than...
Hi, my name is Evan, and I'm going to play Party Song, but 2 versions of it, and one is different than it's supposed to be played. It's just on a different setting, and it's by Crystal Bowman. And now I'm gonna play that other version, and it's just on a synth setting. So
Yay, Evan.
thank you.
I like how you were being both a musician and then the producer, turning down the volume at the end. Thanks for taking us to a rave for a few minutes. Everybody in free fall, get it together because you are going to perform. Couldn't have missed that. So cool. You know how hard it is to play a fast song slowly? And that's what these guys have been doing. I just was watching you. You're just all together. So proud. What do you think of that, Mr. Beethoven?
That was awesome. I had never even considered slowing it down, making it a little even more spooky than it already was.
Yeah.
Bravo, bravo. There's composers in this group, I can tell.
All right. Well, if I am not mistaken, and I'm still open to hearing how I am mistaken, I think we're at the last performance. And the last performance is Nicola playing Aardvark Boogie. That's good big energy to end our concert with. Thank you, everybody. I want to say, first of all, thank you to all our musicians. Musicians, show me who you are. Thank you to you for your hard work and the guts that it takes to perform in front of people. And
Thank
the
you.
heart and spirit that you share with us. Then I want to say a big thank you to your grown-ups. I want you to turn to your grown-ups if you see them anywhere close. If they're anywhere close, turn to them and say a great big thank you to them because they're the ones who made this happen and the kind of dedication they have to have and the hard work and all the printing paper and all the coordination. We know it. And good on you. There, I feel all weepy about that. And I want to say thank you to Ludwig van Beethoven, who joined us, who sometimes in his other life, he is Sam McNally, who is on the faculty of the Penticton Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts. He's my friend at the Academy.
I knew it. I really thought he was
Oh my
Beethoven.
god,
Like,
I
You
never
really
would have
thought
guessed.
so?
Oh my gosh, I never would have guessed.
Like I was like, what? Cause he died. He died like a long time ago.
I know he died, and yet here he is with us. Isn't that just the best? Thank you so much, Sam.
You used a time machine.
1,000
I
years
know, I believe in
ago.
magic. So thank you, and thank you to the Academy, the Penticton Academy.
Oh,
for
look, there's
lending
Dave.
him.
There's
And
Dave.
Yep, hang on, Adaro. So, with all those thank yous, I thank you to you, the audience, and that's all of you. Even if you performed, you are also the audience, and thank you. If you're leaving us, we say thank you and see you next time. Thank you so much.